Welcome to the France 24 Observers. This show is based on our network of observers. They're ordinary people who tell us what's going on where they are and send in photos and videos to document it. We check everything here in Paris and bring the best to you. We begin today in China, where high school students are facing the moment of truth, the dreaded Gaokao. It's the entrance exam that they have to take if they want to go to university. 10 million students will take it this year, and with just 8 weeks to go, the pressure is on. It is really on. In China's success-driven society, high school students suffer more stress than their peers in Japan and South Korea. Some of them have had enough. Our observer Sui has the story.
There were pictures posted online, high school students throwing their books out of the windows, even burning them. It was like it was snowing. The schoolyard was covered in paper. There are two reasons the students have had enough. First, their workload at school, which is horrible. They're under enormous pressure. The only time they get off is one morning a week. The second reason is the fees the schools charge for extra lessons. They're often too expensive. When I was in high school, I had a heavy workload too. I only had one day off a week, Sunday. I had lessons in the evenings, at weekends too. All that to get me ready for Gaokao, the university entrance exam. On the 5th of April, there was a similar incident. Students in Hubei province burned their books in the same way. Maybe other schools are going to start burning their books too.
Now to the island kingdom of Bahrain in the Persian Gulf. For more than a year now, members of the Shiite majority have been demonstrating against the Sunni monarchy with little success. After shutting down the main protest with help from neighbouring Saudi Arabia, the regime has kept up the repression in the Shiite villages around the capital. But the activists have a new target.
We're asking people to boycott the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's scheduled for the 22nd of April. We're using social networks to get the word out. We want to get as many people as possible behind the effort. We've sent messages to the drivers via their Facebook and Twitter pages. We've held demonstrations and marches in the villages around the capital, where the repression has been especially bad. We've chanted slogans like, "Don't race on our blood," or "If you come to Bahrain, you're contributing to the killing." The situation in Bahrain is completely different from the image the kingdom wants to project during the Grand Prix. What's really going on is peaceful demonstrators getting beaten and killed. If people agree to come to Bahrain for the Grand Prix, they're helping the regime hide its crimes from the world, and we don't want that.
Next up, a look at some of the images sent in this week by our observers. We begin in Mali, West Africa. The northern part of the country has been taken over by a mixture of Tuareg nomads and Islamist militias. Not much information is getting out, but locals report seeing child soldiers under the age of 18 among the Tuareg forces. One of our observers sent us this photograph taken by his cousin in the north. It shows underage boys in fatigues patrolling in the village of Gossi. Other observers we have in the region tell us they've seen underage soldiers patrolling with the rebels too, aged 15 or even younger. Now to Beirut, Lebanon, with Seman Kawam, an artist in trouble with the law for his graffiti. Now, there's lots of graffiti on the walls of Beirut, and normally the authorities just paint it over. But Seman's pictures of soldiers, their helmets, guns and boots touched a nerve. In Lebanon, you don't criticize the military. And worse, he told some officers who stopped him that his pictures were a comment on the crimes committed during Lebanon's horrific civil war, another touchy topic. Seman faces 3 months in prison or a €500 fine. Other graffiti artists are backing him, taking their message to the walls. Our last stop is the island of Cebu in the Philippines with blogger RV Escatron. These pictures have shocked environmentalists. They show people climbing on a beached whale shark. The species is protected in the Philippines, and the pictures caused outrage. They also renewed a debate on the local fishermen's practice of feeding the sharks to attract tourists. That's all for this week. As always, you can find more reports from our observers on our website, on our Facebook and Twitter pages, and on our iPhone app. See you next time.